Yo, 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 we are live on a Tuesday night recording here. BS Wrestling Report, sitting down, yakking it up about pro wrestling, and we're going to do a little year-end review recap of the highs and lows of the wrestling in 2014 since we have now entered 2015. So, Steve-O, what you got for us tonight?
This ain't about me right now. This is about my client, Matt Beaver, who's being so wonderful with his much scarce time running B-dubs and being a alumnus of the University of Ohio State. Matt, we see you wearing the shades. You wear your sunglasses at night. What's going on with you, dude?
First off, you got it wrong. It is the Ohio State University, not the University of anything. It is the Ohio State University. Not only the Ohio State University, the national championship contenders in the national championship game, Ohio State University. Hey, boys, what's going on? Long time.
Yeah, been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So, as
Been a minute, another one can pass. All right, go fuck yourself.
So as Bryon said, we're gonna cover 2014. We're gonna do a little champ and chump. Talk about some matches of the year, our favorite moments of the year. So I'm gonna do this right now. Matt, who's your chump of 2014 in pro wrestling?
Well, let me rebuttal that with who do I believe is a chump, or who does the WWE believe is a chump?
Who
Yes.
do you? All right, yeah. All right, let's go with it.
Okay, so who do I believe is the chump of 2014? Well, it is none other than Roman Reigns.
Knew
And
that was
everybody knew that was coming. Everybody knew that was coming. As far as the WWE and I wanted to say Dolph Ziggler, but Dolph Ziggler really finished the year strong, didn't he?
Very strong.
So I'd have to give it to Cesaro. Cesaro is the 2014 WWE Chump of the Year.
And he won the friggin' armbar.
Yeah, you won the Battle Royal there at WrestleMania.
The Andre Rumasov Memorial Battle Royal, the armbar.
It's funny that you say Rusimov because I do predict Rusev will win the next Battle Royal at WrestleMania. But that's 2015. We're not here to talk about 2015. 2014, Cesaro started off strong, didn't he? And then he got hooked up with Paul Heyman, and that just seemed to go south.
Yeah, that was a big fart at church. That went over about as good as a fart in church. That was miserable. And then, I don't know. Then there was last night, but that's a whole nother thing. We'll talk about that later, I'm sure.
Oh. Bryon, who's your chump of the year?
Oh, chump of the year. I'm going to go with the WWE, I believe, is chumped up. Fuck. I don't know. You guys
This is live. This is live. We're rolling.
Bray Wyatt is I'm gonna go with the WWE chump. That was the WWE chump, in my opinion.
Now you don't think that Bray Wyatt finished the year strong? Going back to the same way with Dolph Ziggler, you don't think because Bray Wyatt had a rough first half of the year with his feud with John Cena, but he seems to be doing pretty well with Ambrose.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. I just don't think they just put it to its full potential. I don't think they give his stories the evolution it needs to evolve to be something to actually watch and understand what's happening. But that's me. I think that. And the chump of the year, I'm sticking with Ryback.
Ryback.
Yeah,
We talk about him?
exactly.
I'm going with Cesaro because that dude was fucking white hot, had all the potential in the world, all the backing. I thought when they put him with Paul Heyman that, everything was going to be A-okay, everything was going to be good. And no, since the armbar, he hasn't went anywhere. I mean, he did have a hell of a match with Cena on Raw way back when. That went, good 17 to 22 minutes. That was pretty much pay-per-view quality. But yeah, Ryback in a close second is Roman Reigns. That guy sucks. End of story.
That guy sucks.
All right, so
He does suck though.
he
So,
does suck.
okay. So we mentioned Cesaro. Do you believe with all of us have obviously seen the podcast with Stone Cold Steve Austin and Vince McMahon? Do you believe that there was truth behind Vince McMahon saying Cesaro doesn't have the it factor?
Yes.
Yes.
I just think he does. I think because I don't know. Vince doesn't seem to. I don't know. I guess he's always working, right? I just think there's something to it.
When's the last time that Vince pushed a guy from Europe not named Davey Boy Smith?
Push Davey Boy Smith.
He was pretty over.
Oh, he got his his match at SummerSlam.
Well, yeah, that and the run with the Hart Foundation, and the third tool would be Matt Beaver. But he had his run with the Hart Foundation and Dynamite Kid. I mean, yeah, that was back in the day when Moby Dick was a minnow, but still, he gave Davey a little run. But some I know Matt's itching to say Rusev. It's itching to say Rusev, but
Literally itching.
he is. I think Cesaro and Rusev would have a hell of a program together. What do you think, Matt?
I do actually. I think that Cesaro and Rusev could have one hell of the problem is Rusev's too far into the Umaga kind of role. He's too far into the he only has to face Americans basically right now. But I believe Rusev and Cesaro could be money.
Yes.
Yes. Money in the bank, as they say.
I can't argue that. That's good. All right, so champ of the year.
That's all good. That's all good.
My champ of the year. I would probably have to say. I wanted to say Daniel Bryan for the longest time, but then he got hurt and came back and said he's in the Royal Rumble, which I think they should just let that to be a surprise entrance into the Royal Rumble. But my champ of the year is Brock Lesnar. I loved what he did to Taker.
Now, are you going by literal the champions that were of the year, or is this like Steve Keir's champion of the year?
My guy of the year is Brock Lesnar. Because everything he did, plus with Brock came Heyman, and we all know how much the three of us like to blow Heyman. But it's Matt, slow down, dude. We got an hour to go.
I got like 4 more waiting.
What is that, Natty Light?
Natty Ice, bro.
Ooh,
Come on now, 5.9% alcohol. You know how I roll. Hey, where's the dice? Because that's how I roll.
Oh wow, this is happening right now.
Just
Got the douche chills right down the back of my neck.
But anyway, Brock Lesnar's my guy. I mean, with Brock comes Heyman, and just Brock in the ring. Brock can make the three of us look good in the ring. I have a really funny picture of Bryan frozen, like. But yeah, Brock Lesnar's my guy. What about you, Bryan? Who's your guy?
The guy of the year.
Your guy.
The fucking guy.
Or gal.
Or gal. Oh well, then that makes it real easy. Who do I think was strong and that just held it up altogether really good this year?
Other than Cena.
Cena. I mean, Daniel Bryan was the guy, until he got hurt. So you were saying that. I don't know. I was pretty bored with the year, really. I can't think of anybody that was like the thing to be excited about. Brock Lesnar was good. The match, I'm just thinking out loud here. That was good. Him taking apart John Cena in a match like that. We haven't seen that in a very long time, so that was good. But then it got a little boring with him just disappearing all the time and showing up and going away. And so I think I'm gonna go with Ziggler.
Oh, good choice. Here's my second choice, actually.
I'll go with Ziggler. He kept me impressed. He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Matthew.
I don't know.
Well, my guy of the year is the unpopular vote. My guy is
Rusev.
someone that the IWC will not agree with me, and neither will anybody else on this panel right now.
Rusev.
My guy of the year is John Cena.
I wanted to say Cena just to troll people.
My guy of the year is
You
John
know what?
Cena, and here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. He kind of took the back burner a little bit at the beginning of the year. WrestleMania, that was Daniel Bryan's moment. WrestleMania, that was Brock Lesnar's moment. And we'll talk about moments of the year, later on in this show. Brock Lesnar, who was your guy, Steve?
Correct.
Brock Lesnar beat a 50-year-old man whom in kayfabe had the undefeated streak, which we are all adults. We all know that it's all storyline and scripted. Stop shaking your head no. Stop. Stop shaking your head no. So to me, Brock Lesnar beating The Undertaker was a given. That was just gonna happen. If The Undertaker had beaten Brock Lesnar, it was just kayfabe. John Cena lifted the streak being beaten. John Cena epitomized the Brock Lesnar beating the Undertaker's undefeated streak. Basically, what I'm saying is okay, Brock Lesnar beat the Undertaker's undefeated streak. What could happen from there? Well, you could go against the top guy, and then we talk about SummerSlam in 2014. Brock Lesnar, 16 German suplexes. It was a 10-minute, 15-minute match, if that. And it was just a complete domination. John Cena sold that match to the IWC, basically, to The Undertaker. John Cena basically gave up what he's always been about, kicking out at 2, always being on that comeback trail, always being the guy that comes, defies all odds and comes from behind and beats. He gave all that up for Brock Lesnar. Now, your guy of the year, Brock Lesnar. My guy, John Cena, was the one that made that possible.
I'm gonna change my guy of the year to Matt Beaver after hearing that. Oh, that was completely ridiculous.
And I expect a reaction like that from you. I expect a reaction like that from the IWC. I expect a reaction like that from any of the viewers. But my point being is Brock Lesnar is only a monster because John Cena made him that.
No, that's what Vince McMahon's pushing him as.
Hold on. Let's be realistic. The Undertaker and his streak did not make Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar made Brock Lesnar in the UFC. Brock Lesnar made Brock Lesnar in 2002 against Kurt Angle and against the Harley Davidson Undertaker. Brock Lesnar was made by John Cena this year. I'm talking about just this year by John Cena. The Undertaker is old. He's decrepit. I'm sorry, IWC. I'm sorry, folks, but he's not. He's not what he was in 1999 or whatever.
That was 16 years ago. Wow.
Wow.
I did some basic math right there. First time ever for the show basic math has been done. It was by me. Yes.
And I have to agree with Matt on all his points made. besides the point that they're well articulated there, I think that the fact that I have to agree with him just because I knew it when he said John Cena, I knew what he was going to say, and it made sense. And maybe I copped out and jumped around and didn't say John Cena because you don't want to be that guy, but he did. He was the guy. If you have a title on the guy or not, people are still watching him, and anything he does in the ring has a ripple effect all the way down the line. And if he does it right, it makes for a good product.
Well, my point being is you don't have to be the champion for most of the year to be the guy, and that's the whole process of the WWE, and that's the whole process of professional wrestling in its own. Is who can you make better is part of the aura of how great you are. There's a lot of superstars in the past that have failed to adapt that sense of thinking.
Yeah,
John Cena,
Dino Bravo for one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Dino Bravo. Okay, well, so we use that. But
such a horrible example.
It is. It really is, though. It's a horrible example. But my point being is John Cena knows that he's always been the guy. Brock Lesnar comes in and he's the moneymaker. Like he's the one that's going to be to. So John Cena sacrifices his. I can't think of the word that I'm looking for, but
John Cena kept it best for business. He knew that by, letting Brock Lesnar take that from him and handle that his character in that manner and have his character beaten and however everything else physically and verbally, that they're just gonna make more money for everybody.
Yeah, because that SummerSlam match was a squash match.
Big time.
And you think about that was SummerSlam, one of the main four, and this was the main event of one of the big four pay-per-views. This was the summer extravaganza, as WWE likes to call it. This is SummerSlam, and John Cena gets squashed. That's a big sacrifice for any person of John Cena's level to make. So that's kudos to Cena for that.
In a sense, when they put the strap on somebody, it's looked at as, now you're the guy of the company, you're the face of the company, you're going to be the guy, and you're going to go out and represent the company. Well, basically what they did was they told John Cena, you're the champion, you're the face of the company, but this big monster over here with tattoos all over his back and chest, he's going to hold the title. He's just a placeholder. I mean, John Cena still represented the company and acted as the company and in the company as the guy. He was still the face. He was still WWE. I don't think it never switched, and that people don't think Brock Lesnar when they think WWE. You say WWE, people are going to go John Cena. They'll know who that is. So it was just, slap a title on anybody. Matt's got.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Matt's got one in his closet. That doesn't make him the champion. He's just, he's got this WWE belt that he can bought from Toys R Us. But it just, it is what it is. So I think that you got to, give it to John Cena for being the guy behind the guy that made the guy happen.
Look, I don't know what to say to that, but we're going to segue.
I don't know what to say to that.
We're going to segue. This is me segueing. All right.
This is me on a segue.
Yes, this is Paul Blart. What was your letdown moment of the year? Or biggest letdown that could have happened on the main roster or NXT, New Japan, doesn't matter. What is your biggest letdown? Before you guys answer, I'll give mine. Mine happened very, very early in January at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, the same exact thing.
When number 30 hit and little Ron Mysterio came out.
That made you sad?
No. Yes, because it should have been Daniel Bryan. Batista knows that. Vince knows that. The IWC, Matt's third unborn child, the neighbor across the street, they all know it should have been Daniel Bryan. That was my absolute biggest letdown of the year was
No,
Daniel
yeah,
Bryan.
that was the absolute biggest letdown. Even me, who claims to be, not a mark or not
Oh,
somebody
you are.
who
Oh, you
marks
are.
out,
You
but
do.
I remember watching the Royal Rumble back, last year, a year ago, and it was just like, okay, Daniel Bryan's not in it. Well, this sucks. Now, no, nothing taken away from Batista. I understand what they did. No, I see your face. I understand what they did with Batista. I get it. I think that they just had the wrong message, and then when number 30 hit and it was Mysterio and not Daniel Bryan, and I was just it ruined the whole pay-per-view for me, which isn't fair because the pay-per-view in itself was
In its
good.
elf on the shelf.
Uh, all right. All right, with my cracking voice. No, the pay-per-view was good though. The pay-per-view
Yes.
really really was good. It wasn't bad, but that Daniel Bryan not being in the Royal Rumble kind of took everything away, and that was just a huge letdown, a huge disappointment. Brian, your biggest disappointment of 2014.
Aside from Matt's hat.
My biggest, hello, sorry about that. My biggest letdown of the year would have to not necessarily be a match, but it was a follow-up thing, and that would son of a bitch. All right, my follow-up would have to be a follow-up on the basically on the follow-up of the WrestleMania and the Brock Lesnar Undertaker. I hated how it happened. Like all of that build up, and we'll go back to it. Kayfabe, planned, written, blah blah blah. I get the point. But it was a thing. It was huge. You saw the reaction of the audience, and basically the next night, anything, nothing. It's been almost coming up on a year now. Haven't seen the Undertaker. Like, why wasn't there anything involved in any more of a storyline post that?
Actually, the SmackDown after WrestleMania, the Shield beat the shit out of the Undertaker.
But it had nothing to do with Brock Lesnar.
That's
All right,
okay.
no, hold on. Now wait a second. Are you sure you're not talking about 2013?
I don't fucking know anymore, dude. I'm old. These
Wait,
years
you
just
talking to
kind of
Steve or
run
me?
together.
I'm pretty sure the Shield beat down the Undertaker in 2013. Not
Yeah, I
not
don't think
last
it was either,
year.
but I wasn't positive, so I wasn't gonna throw him under the bus on that one. But either way, the story, I like a story. We know that. If you guys have listened to me yak about stories before, that's why I like watching it. So yeah, I was very disappointed on the handling of that. It didn't have to go on for 6 months. It didn't have to. It just had to give me something, just a follow up, next year. I fucking something like a I don't know anything. I didn't like that at all.
Okay. All
And
right.
that's my opinion, fuckers.
All right. All right. I like that. Okay.
Steve,
So,
Steve, you got more?
yeah, I just want to know what your storyline of the year was.
You know what the storyline of the year was the Undertaker and Brock Lesnar. It wasn't one.
Horowitz, please. Horowitz, 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 Horowitz. Come on, do it, Dick. There we go. There we go. My third favorite Jew wrestler. My storyline of the year, and Matt's gonna hate this. Matt's gonna fucking hate this. He already knows what I'm gonna say, doesn't he?
I want Matt to make his prediction of what Steve's is. Of what
Matt, what is my prediction?
I really don't know.
Yes, you do.
What is it?
I think the storyline of the year was Punk leaving and the way he did, and how
Could have been a storyline.
it was a storyline though. It captivated audiences all over the world, even though he wasn't. Hey, Matt, don't you put your head down like that.
When did the story end?
It still hasn't.
Yeah, it did.
No.
Yeah, it's the story ended the night that the Raw was going to be taken over by the fans in Chicago. The story ended that night when Paul Heyman came out to CM Punk's music, sat down in the ring, and said, "He ain't here, bitches."
That was pretty fucking cool. But
That was it. Then it was over. He killed it, and it's done.
to me, that was the biggest story of the year. That or Daniel Bryan's chase.
Daniel Bryan would be the story of the year. CM Punk splitting was fucking nothing.
This is just my opinion.
Now, are we talking about storylines or stories?
I was going with storylines, and I'm going with storylines. Steve's going with a story that he's quoting that they tried to twist into a storyline, which didn't happen. The fans tried to twist it into a storyline. WWE squashed it and moved on. That was it. There was no story. What was the storyline? What was the beginning of the story?
Punk quit.
What was the middle?
Punk's gone.
What's the ending?
UFC.
He's doing something completely different now. He's gonna go really get kicked in the head. Like, what's?
Oh,
It's a pretty shitty story.
well,
You know, my 9-month-old would be like, that story fucking blows.
Really? Sophia's 9 months?
9 months.
She got a job yet?
Not yet, fucking slacker.
Jesus Christ.
But anyways, yeah. So
Yes.
your prediction sucks and your story sucks, Steve. Pick
Well,
another-
then my storyline of the year. I'm gonna go, do the obvious choice in Daniel Bryan's chase because anybody can relate to Daniel Bryan because he's like the working class guy. You know, he's undersized according to Vince. I mean, he's basically Bryan with a beard and a bigger bank account, better body.
Hey. Easy.
All right, somewhat.
Two examples were fine.
But no, the story, Daniel Bryan on the chase, because everybody was waiting for that moment, like when he won it at SummerSlam, and then Hunter did Hunter, and then when he won it in Detroit, and then Shawn went Shawn, or wherever Night of Champions was.
Yeah, I thought that was a great storyline because they actually let something marinate for a long time and evolve into something. You know, it just wasn't. Here it is, here it's gone. Here it is, here it's gone. Here it is. It wasn't a Bray Wyatt storyline. All those suck. Where'd you go?
Sorry, I had to open the door. It's getting a little warm in here.
But like I said, it wasn't a Bray Wyatt storyline. It didn't. It's like here it is, 3 weeks out, next storyline. 3 weeks out, next storyline. It was this shit lasted for a while, and that's
Him and Wyatt did have a hell of a match at the Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, I mean sure. Wyatt has great matches, but his stories end up blowing.
Matt, what's your storyline of the year? Brian's kid not having a job?
I've actually been contemplating between two storylines of the year, and neither one of them were in the first half of the year. The Daniel Bryan storyline, where he finally, where it all pays off and stuff like that. I didn't like that.
You didn't like that it paid off, or you didn't like the whole wait, or you didn't like any of it?
I didn't like any of it. I thought that it was a little bit IWC motivated. I thought that anybody can cheer. Al Snow got the biggest pops in the world
From
by
Lima,
people going
Ohio, right?
people going head.
What does everybody want?
ICP used to get some of the biggest pops in the world by them going hands like this, hands like this, hands like this.
You are so uncoordinated.
but
That's just the video. That's just the video. That's the streaming. Anyway, my point, it was the whole yes thing was kind of a little bit outplayed before it was even played, in my opinion, because it was just crowd participation. That's all it was.
But
What?
What exactly? But people like to feel like they belong and they want to be a part of something, and they can be as simple as that. And
They do, but that doesn't make Daniel Bryan the greatest thing ever.
No. I didn't. Now are we talking Daniel Bryan or are we talking the storyline?
No,
Oof.
no, 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 no. Okay, so this is my rebuttal towards
Rebut.
why Daniel Bryan is not the storyline of the year.
I didn't know we buttled for you to rebuttal, but all right.
Daniel Bryan was brought up. God damn it. Anyway, my storyline of the year. There's a 1A and a 1B. 1A has to finish with this year. Uh, Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt. Man, I have loved what they've been doing.
Oh yeah, that's been good stuff. I mean, that ambulance match last night was a little, yeah. But other than that,
Yeah.
Well, that makes one of us that watched Raw last night. So I don't
Wait. You didn't watch it, Matt?
know.
Slanging them wings last night, weren't you?
Absolutely not. No, I said on my Twitter. I even said on my Twitter this morning when I went to work. I was at work and I said, "Hey, I had the night off last night. Didn't watch Raw."
And that's the reaction you got.
No, absolutely not. I got a ton of tweets saying you didn't miss anything. So
You know what? I'm going to tell you what you did miss. You missed a lot of talking about Total Divas. The end.
did have that going for him.
Oh
okay,
my
so,
god.
so my 1B for storyline.
Wait, what was 1A?
1A was Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my 1B of storyline of the year.
Wait, I want to guess. Big Show and Roman Reigns. You didn't let me. You didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish. I inserted a pause.
No, you're done. Is there a mute button for him?
Kick him out.
Yeah. All right. No. No. My 1B for storyline of the year again is something that happened later on in the year is the Authority.
Ooh.
The entire storyline of the Authority. I thought that was really intriguing.
People power.
People power. The Authority was all right. The storyline, they did their job. You gotta separate yourself from fan and spectator or whatever you want to call it, or smart mark. But they made me hate them, but that was what they were supposed to do. So,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like you go, fuck them, they were dumb. Well, all right, well, they were dumb, and that was what the whole point was. They were rude and arrogant, and you were supposed to not like them, and you didn't, so they win. So, I mean, it was good. It kept things interesting because you have to have an antagonist, and that was when it worked the best in wrestling to me was Vince McMahon on TV, and you had Stone Cold battling him. It was that, good guy, bad guy, but the bad guy's a good guy because he owns the company, but the bad guy's a good guy because you know what I'm saying. Like it was that topsy thing going on there. So I thought those were good, and that gave these people something to work off of other than just talent in the ring, if you will, or wrestlers and other wrestlers working off wrestlers. It was they could put up wrestlers and put wrestlers over and create things. And I'm with you, Matt. I agree with that.
Well, see, I wouldn't have said that 2 weeks ago. I wouldn't have said that the Authority storyline is one of the best in the entire year of 2014 until I have seen the reaction where it was every time the Authority was on, going from SummerSlam to Survivor Series, it was like, oh my God, okay, the Authority's opening the show. Oh, yeah, great. The Authority's closing the show. The Authority's been on 4 segments, and everybody was sick of it. And then when it went away, and Triple H kind of gave a promo to this aspect, you'll miss us. And then everybody kind of did. And everybody was like, well, I kind of miss Triple H, and everybody was like, man, we need that heel aspect. We need that.
Exactly.
you know, and then when he came back this past Monday night, now again, I didn't watch Raw last night, so I don't know what happened, but I still was on Twitter and I saw the reaction that, you know, I guess I don't know, John Cena had like a little party or something,
John
but
Cena appreciation night.
my point being, everybody hated the Authority being there, and again, they said the Authority's ruining Raw. The Authority, you know, is bad for business and all this other stuff, and that just like piqued my interest into thinking, well, they're getting a reaction regardless. You know, whether you want it or not, the Authority is getting a reaction from you, and I think that that's kind of brilliant on the WWE's part.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. I didn't notice the Authority was gone, to be honest with you. It's kind of like the Miz. But now we're gonna segue on to that. Was very well said, Matt, and I can definitely, you know, looking back, I can see your points are extremely validated. I had to lean because I'm sitting on this fucking floor. So
Too bad there wasn't like a bed behind you.
I know, right? Because then I had to set the microphone up on something and stuff. So
Yeah, let's talk about what the hell is behind you, though. Like, seriously, that looks like in 1994, I used to make my own home music videos.
really? Can we see him?
Set to like Nirvana and The Offspring, and that looked like the background of my music videos. What's going on back there?
Go Ducks. I want to know my next segue
On
is
that note, I'm taking a $5. You go ahead and talk about whatever duck shit you want.
we're gonna say match of the year is next.
Match of the year is next. Okay.
Match of the year. So Matt, we need you here. Where the fuck's he, Bryon?
Match of the year. Matt's got to go take a piss. He's been drinking Natty Ice.
That's pretty fucking dude. How's those Rampa Bombs treating you?
Oh, just flowing. Just flowing.
So I have a story of the year outside of professional wrestling in my personal life.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
I'm having a child.
Yeah?
I'm not kidding. I found out about, I don't know, a week or so ago that I'm having a child.
You're fucking lying.
I'm as serious as cancer.
Fuck.
I'm having a human.
All right. Well, you got that going for you.
Yeah. It's, you know.
You thought talking about it right here on YouTube was the spot to bring that one up.
You know, so I was texting, you know, Vanessa texted me, and I was like, you know what? Should I bring up, you know, the small human to be thing? She's like, sure, why not? I was like, fuck it. Yeah. There's already names have already been picked. Well, if it's a boy. If it.
What would it be?
I mean, it could be a boy or a girl, Bryon. You should know this.
Correct, I understand that, but what would the name be?
If it's a boy, we're gonna go with Jackson Carson.
All right.
It's pretty good, right? Pretty good, yeah. And if it's a girl, man, I don't know.
Gemma?
Oof. No. That's no. I want to spell it Jaxsin. That's how I want to spell it.
What? Why do you hate this baby?
It's unique. It's
unique. Guess who's got a unique name?
Your brother.
Guess who else?
Your brother's brother.
Yeah, go fuck you. I'm sitting here spelling my name, Bryon, a very simple name. Everybody's heard it. It's spelled Bryon.
Yes.
Motherfucker. Guess what I was never able to own?
Keychain with your...
Anything with my name on it, bitch. Not just a keychain. Fucking anything. Matt, you missed a fucking pipe bomb and a half.
Damn it.
Told you. We were talking about
Storylines of the year.
Storylines
What are
of
we
the
talking
year.
about now? We're talking about the match of the year because that's
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, not yet.
He had his own personal storyline.
I told Bryon and YouTube that I'm having a kid, and he didn't believe me.
Well,
Nah.
it is true.
It is true. Yes, it is.
And I can't envision this world running around with a little Steve. Like, I just can't. But you know what? All joking aside, congratulations, Mr. Kirsten.
It's a fucking trip.
Oh, by the way, Bryon, Vanessa supports you. She just texted me and said exactly, fuck Unique.
Yeah, fuck you, Nick. He said he wanted to name the kid Jackson and wanted to spell it Jaxsin. I said, asked him why he hated this kid so much.
That's Sons of Anarchy right there.
Well, I originally, the original first name was Carson. After
Carson Daly?
no. Heisman Trophy winning former USC Trojan quarterback Carson Palmer.
Here's the thing. Before you even go back to why you decided on Jackson, the fact that I brought up Sons of Anarchy, Jackson, and you like went to something else, like completely delegitimizes your son's name if it is a son on the name Jackson.
But while you were gone away, you know, yanking your chain, Bryon kind of said the exact same thing. So yeah. Welcome to the party, Matt.
Well, great minds.
All right, Steve's having a kid. Holy shit!
Steve's having a kid, and his name's gonna be Carson.
That'll be the. Yeah, Jack.
Why don't you name him Bush?
Ooh, his middle name could be Beer. No, I couldn't do that.
This is a true story. True story. My daughter's mother, her name is Angie, and she's named after her mother, and her mother's name is Ann, and their last name is Heiser.
Ooh.
Anheuser. How about that?
That's something. I remember I read in the paper when people read the paper.
Hey, that's a cool story, bro. All right, match of the year.
Yeah, holy shit.
Woo!
All right.
I'm just kidding, Steve. God, go on.
It was a very unique name. This is important to Detroit people. That these a couple in Ohio had the last name of Arena, so they named their kid Joe Lewis.
That's fucking. Why would you do that? That kid's got to be that forever.
Joe Lewis Arena is his name. Yeah.
I want to punch his parents.
But hey, Jonathan Davis named his kid Pirate, so.
Well, he's a douchebag too. He also got HIV tattooed on his arm. It doesn't make anything right.
He does.
Who the hell is Jonathan Davis?
He's the lead singer of Korn.
I'm just kidding. I know who he is.
All right, so match of the year, Matt. What was your match of the year?
I don't know. You guys go.
My fucking brain hurts.
All right, I'll kick this off.
Yeah, Steve.
Mine was from the Elimination Chamber.
I don't even remember.
Mine match of the year was the Shield versus the Wyatts.
No, that was actually good. That was actually really, really good.
Yes, it was. That's why it's my match of the year. You could go back to this day and watch that match, and I mean, from the entrances, you know, when the crowd is into it as soon as that, you know, Sierra Hotel India Elka Lima, whatever they say. You know, the Shield makes their entrance to the crowd there in Minnesota, and the lights go dark, and, you know, Bray Wyatt gets hit in the back, and Rowan says he can sit on the rocking chair. That entire match, top to fucking bottom. Honestly, that I'd pay $9.99 for over most of this other shit they fucking feed us.
I thought El Torito.
Shut the fuck up!
And what's the fucking little leprechaun's name?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle in the ladder match before TLC was the fucking bomb, yo.
Okay, but like, yeah,
Oh.
the WLC match.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just put all kidding aside. The WLC match was not bad. It was actually pretty good.
I don't know if I can agree with you, Matt.
No, come on. No, you're the one that brought it up. The second one
Hashtag
sucked.
troll. They had more than one?
Oh no, they had 3.
All right, so yes, they had more than one.
So
So you're saying there's a chance.
Okay, I see where the rest of this show is going.
Samsonite, I was way off. I didn't know they had more than one. Really, I didn't.
yeah, me neither. I think Matt's tapping out.
Oh,
No, go ahead with your fucking soliloquies and shit. Go ahead.
Where's Mikey when you need him? Seriously, I didn't know they had more than one of the WLCs. Now, Bryon, I know you're just trolling people. What is your match of the year?
I don't know. I don't know.
You have
To be honest with you, out of this year, nothing stands out in my head. That was
All
like,
right.
holy shit. Remember that one? That's one.
I'll tell you my match of the year right now. And maybe it's because it's fresh in my memory, but the main event in Survivor
Series
with Dolph Ziggler,
yeah,
pinning Seth Rollins and Sting appearing, and now I'm not a big fan of Sting. I don't care for Sting.
No, Sting stung years ago, not now.
Sting stung. Sting stinks.
But just the whole moment and just the whole match itself, and Cena being eliminated. I mean, who saw that coming? Everybody thought Cena was winning that match. And Cena being eliminated. I think Cena being eliminated was more of a shock factor than Ziggler actually winning. But all in all, that entire match, I think I'd put match of the year.
Yeah, all right. It was good. I mean, I forgot about it, but, it was good.
It was like yesterday. All right, so we've been doing.
Okay, now hold on, Bryon. You said okay, that's cool. Bryon, you
Cool story, bro.
Bryon, you said you forgot about that match. Okay, how many matches do you even remember?
Oh, yeah, well, see, not many.
Okay, all right. So I mean,
you brought it up, and after you brought it up, I go, no. In my head, you brought it up, and I'm going, no, it was good because the turn of events and the whatever, Cena getting eliminated, Ziggler hanging on, win, blah blah blah. Anything but Sting coming out made it stink at the end. But other than that, it was good. It was
okay. But we're talking about match of the year. We're talking about our opinions on. What is the match of the year? What is, in the entire year of 2014, what grasped our emotions and what has us grabbing that brass ring? And
are you drunk?
And you forget about one of the greatest matches in 2014. So how many matches do you even remember? And Steve, yes, I am drunk.
Okay.
That was emotional there.
Yeah, my gator is going off.
But yeah, as for matches, nothing stands out to me. That was the greatest match. I'm sure there's lots of good matches. The greatest thing, right home matches. I got nothing.
Okay. So let me add on to that. And Steve, just hold on a second, because I know you want to get to the next point. Or the next segment in this. Bryon, now I'm with you in the same boat. I don't remember very many matches of 2014. Can you name, out of the 12 months of 2014, can you name 8 matches?
You already have 3.
And I have somewhere where I'm going with this. I'm not trying to call you out. I'm not trying to be a dick. I have somewhere where I'm going with this.
So matches that stand out to me
Yes.
through the years. So you'll go with Undertaker, Lesnar,
Okay.
because the ending, the Lesnar and Cena thing there, the SummerSlam, right?
Right.
I'll go with the Cena. What was the other one? Cena and Wyatt at was that WrestleMania?
Yes.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Matt, that's 3.
That was a 3 or 4.
3.
All right, so what do you want? How many did you want?
Well, Cena and Wyatt had 3 matches.
Yeah.
So are we going 4?
Yeah, the WrestleMania, and then I don't remember where the other one was at. The one where you pinned him with the box over top of him.
Fallout from Mania.
So, I mean, I remember those matches. Those pop in my head as we're sitting here talking. So, that's what I got for you.
Okay. What other matches pop out in your head for 2014? Okay, so here's my point. Here is my point. Can we?
Dig it, sucker!
And we're talking about 2014. We are reviewing 2014. Can we say that 2014 may be one of the worst years in WWE history?
Oh yeah, that's kind of the point I was getting at. Was saying I couldn't remember anything. Yeah, 100%. It was. Let's play fat or whack. That shit was whack. But yeah, it was miserable. What do you want? There was nothing that stood out. There was no, oh my god, groundbreaking, I can't believe this happened moment. The only thing that you had, the 2 biggest, like, if you ask me, was the streak. Just nobody saw that ending. That was
And Daniel Bryan.
and then I would actually have to say John Cena being manhandled like that. People never expected to see a match like that. You haven't seen one like that in 100 years, and now people don't know what to expect in a match, and that was what they were trying to sell at those matches. But that was it. Those are the 2 that stand out.
All right, Steve, going on.
All right, so we're moving on. We're almost done.
Shitty 2014.
All right, 2004. My 2014.
One of the shittiest years ever in WWE history, 2014. All right, Steve, go.
All right, as we start to wrap up, I need each of you to give one bold prediction that'll happen in the WWE in 2015, and go.
Go, Matt.
Oh,
Bold
okay.
ass prediction.
A bold prediction.
Bold.
Rusev will win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Ooh, really?
I like that.
That makes you both like that?
I like it, but it's not my prediction.
I haven't been sold on Rusev.
What?
Boring.
What?
Now, this is the entire year of 2015. We're talking about the slow months of October, November. It could happen.
Hey, fuck.
If it was ever appropriate, what?
What, that I don't like Rusev?
Yeah, that's just I respect your opinion.
What is to like about him?
What don't you like about him?
He has the personality of a housefly.
That is false. Next point.
That is false. You are wrong. I hate you.
I've met some pretty nice houseflies, for the record.
So I got nothing for that. His mouthpiece, whatever. She's kind of hot, I guess, and there you go. You got that going for him, and she hoots and hollers, and it's USA versus Russia every other week against somebody. Who the fuck cares?
They gotta get away from that. Yes, my bold prediction. Well, first of all, Vanessa texted and said China comes back.
That's pretty bold.
That's very bold. Pretty. I like the interaction, but let's be honest.
Not gonna happen.
No. My bold prediction: Dolph Ziggler wins the Royal Rumble.
Oh, that is pretty bold. I'm not gonna say that that's far fetched, but that's pretty bold.
It's
right
even
there.
more far. It's even more bold and far fetched now. We know that Daniel Bryan's back.
Yeah, because we can rewind to one of the times during the summer months where I was on and I said Daniel Bryan was going to come back and win the Royal Rumble. Uh, I still hold true to that, but I don't. I let's say this. 2 months ago, I was 90% sure that Daniel Bryan would win the Royal Rumble. Today, I'm 50% sure.
He can work. He can work with Lesnar.
And that was that was the whole thing. You could really build this underdog character, that they had last year, that they completely missed the boat last year with Daniel Bryan and this whole underdog thing. This year, you could have it. He's just coming off neck surgery. He had two surgeries actually.
And his dad died.
Coming off, win the Royal Rumble. He has no chance against Lesnar because Cena's been putting Lesnar over so much, and then he beats Lesnar. Like that would be the epitome of what is great about sports entertainment and professional wrestling.
I agree.
I have to agree with you as well. But yeah, only time will tell. Only time will tell.
We need your prediction, Bryan.
I predict that they're not going to do either of those things, and they're going to put the belt on Roman Reigns.
What? Who invited this guy?
Hashtag blocked.
I liked it that I picked that that's what they're going to do. That's what I want them to do. That's what they're going to do.
Everybody take a picture of their screen right now because this is the last time I'm ever appearing on this shitty show.
For the month of January.
For the month of January.
I don't think that's what I think is going to happen. You can just see the writing on the wall.
No, that's what everybody thinks, though. That's the thing. The WWE they notice. Okay, so let's get into a little bit of a conversation
wild
here.
Tonight, Matt. Your hands are wild tonight.
Here we go.
All right. Well, then I guess I just won't say anything then.
You can't talk without. Go. I'm just. Can't take a ball busted tonight, Matt.
No. All right. So let's talk about this for a second. Okay. So this reminds me of the Ascension. Has anybody been watching
God,
Raw?
how
with
shitty was that last night?
Oof, they dropped the ball with those fellas.
Okay, well, they dropped the ball with those fellas. How shitty was that last night? I thought that was the exact.
I thought you didn't watch Raw.
Boom.
Actually, I actually this morning I watched the whole Ascension thing. I did because the Ascension that was the talk this morning.
Yeah, they put him in there against a cotton candy vendor and a mailman. Like, what the fuck?
That did look like a cotton candy vendor, though. like if it, okay. So anyway,
Daddy put on the singlet.
First off, when did they bring jobbers back?
I don't know, but I actually enjoyed the jobbers.
I like the jobbers.
Okay, so we all like the jobbers. All right, so here's the thing that I liked about the Ascension last night, and nobody, and the Beav means nobody.
What an asshole.
All right, so. Okay, so they do a little promo before their match. And who's the 2 tag teams that they point out in their promo?
Demolition,
Demolition and Legion
and
of Doom. One
they
of
had
3 out of the 4 only alive, and the other 2 are really fat.
so they took the easy way out on that one.
And they went with
Demolition,
guys.
Demolition, Legion of Doom. Those are the 2 tag teams that they pointed out. In the IWC universe, in the Twitterverse, in everything that everybody's been talking about and spewing about and saying what's wrong with the Ascension, what have they been saying? They're copying Demolition. They're copying Legion of Doom. So what does WWE have them do last night? They have them come out and acknowledge the fact that they are a carbon copy. Bryon, quit yawning. They all.
I've been up a long time.
So basically, what I'm saying is WWE is acknowledging the fact of what people are saying. They are acknowledging the fact of what the IWC is saying. They're acknowledging the fact of what the knock on the Ascension so far in their call up has been. They're a knockoff of Demolition. They're a knockoff of Legion of Doom. So they call it out and they say, "Oh, you think we're Legion of Doom? We'll waste them. You think we're Demolition? We'll annihilate them." And then they go against Jobbers. Jobbers is something that we haven't seen in about 15 years, 16 years. You know, okay. Yeah, that's true. But it's something that a lot of people I see today are bagging on the handling of the Ascension. I think that it's absolutely perfect.
Oh,
I
and
think that it's
when I said that, how bad was that last night? It wasn't this fucking. I gotta get a new mic cord. It wasn't the fact that it was the. It wasn't that the Legion of Doom. It was all in the delivery to me, how it was delivered, and it was pretty. It just wasn't good. It didn't find. I was like, they just kind of sounded like douches, and it didn't go over well for me. Like, they can say the same message, but it just didn't come out. It just sounded. It sounded like they're trying. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know when somebody can say something and somebody else say the same thing and it sounds totally different? These guys are just trying to be like, ah, look at us. Like,
well, no, and I totally
oversold. It was oversold. It was, yeah.
I totally agree with you on that on that point. I have been the biggest bagger on the Ascension. I do not like the Ascension. I think that they'll fail on the main roster.
You know why? You know why?
Because they're undersized.
Because Uso crazy.
All right, that's cool.
Because there is
Hashtag blocked.
because there is no tag team division.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just you look at Victor.
Which one's Victor? The big one or the little one?
The little one, and he's 215 pounds, and they try to be Demolition. They try to be the Road Warriors, but this guy's fucking 215 pounds, and the other guy's 250 pounds, and they try to annihilate these guys, and you know you go up against these jobbers, and which is good. Like I said, it was good on the WWE part as far as the booking and stuff like that, but still, people are going to realize you're just not that.
They are not all that.
Until they get a cool entrance song like either Demolition or Legion of Doom, fuck them. Demolition. Until they get Mr. Fuji to manage them and have him paint his face like them, go fuck yourself. Until they get Paul Ellering, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I was about to say Paul Ellering.
I don't know. They didn't in the match. I don't know. I don't know what everybody's big hoopla is on them. on the Ascension? Was it?
Well, no, yeah. Let's ask Steve. He wasn't. Steve, weren't you the one that were like, bring up the Ascension?
I was.
And now, how do you feel?
Send him back. No, dude. They have a lot of downfalls, and the biggest thing Bryon pointed out: there's no tag team division other than the Usos. Who's the tag team champs now? The Usos. Yeah. So there's no.
I don't know.
There's no tag team division. They got to pair them with a Bray Wyatt or a Rick Martel, something like that.
Rick Martel.
Give them some arrogance. What can I say? It's only been 2 matches, two appearances that we've seen. They have the potential. I see where creative is trying to go with them to be this big, demolishing. Chug. Anyway,
It's like we said before, Vince gets a hard on for big giant guys.
But Matt made a good point. What's his name? Victor? He's not a big giant dude. So
Yeah, that's my whole point about the entire NXT roster is NXT isn't big, but yet the WWE and mind you, they have different writers. NXT has different writers than the WWE. The WWE is going to try to build them to be these big guys, but their combined weight is less than 500 pounds. And you look at Legion of Doom or Demolition, and their combined weight was 600 pounds, and it just doesn't match up.
there were some big brick shit houses. LOD and what's their nuts?
What is their nuts? Demolition?
Axe and Smash!
Yeah.
Crush.
And Crush later on in the years. I mean, it was...
Anyways, 2014 sucked.
2014 did suck.
2015, hopefully we're on a better course.
All right. I know we're trying to go home with this. A couple things that were brought up on Twitter. One of the most popular things on Twitter when I polled the Twitterverse about their top 5 moments of 2014 was the Shield breaking up. Now, honestly, I don't feel that that's a big deal at all because I feel that was expected. Does
Fuck the person who sent that in. Too predictable. Next.
You said the person. I'm talking about it was almost every single tweet.
It was because they were so big and were so unstoppable, and then to take them apart. But you had to take them apart because a 3-man team doesn't. There's no such thing. This isn't world-class championship wrestling where the Von Erichs can have where there's the 6-man tag matches and this shit don't happen anymore. So there had to be a split, and.
All right, so the other thing that I saw a lot of that I did not agree with, but I did see a lot of was Sting at Survivor Series.
Next.
Well, all right.
What were you gonna say, Matt? Steve?
Do you believe that Sting showing up at finally debuting on WWE television, whether it be pay-per-view or not? Do you believe that was one of the top 5 moments of the entire year?
Not at all.
I got way more excited that Bad News Barrett came back.
You know what? And again, I'm going to go back to something I've said 1,000 times. I've already said it a couple times on this show. Storylines and the fact that WWE.com and the Facebook and the YouTube channel and whatever, everything all over social media, where and you saw for the video game, Sting was at the whatchamacallit, the Comic Cons and all that, talking about the video game on the panel, and we already knew he was there.
Yep.
Right.
wandering around, right? So how exciting could that have been? Could that have been an exciting moment if there was no lead up to it and
Under wraps, yep.
you're just watching that, and all of a sudden the lights go down, you hear these crows and cawing, and you're going, it could be Taker. Like, it's kind of creepy. And then all of a sudden Sting walks out. You'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Sting? But since you already knew he was there, how surprising. It's like, I'm going to scare you, Matt. Boo! Like, is that the scariest moment of your life?
Yeah,
That's for me.
I agree.
Well, there we go. We got that going for us. So,
That it, Matt?
No, that was it. That was
all right.
That was the two things that I had that a lot of people from Twitter were saying. Those two were two of the five most popular things where I don't think any of us thought were that great of a deal.
Yeah, well, then we don't.
No, not at all. All right, take it over, Ryan.
So that's it. 2014 sucks balls, and 2015 after last night's Raw isn't looking too much better. So hopefully,
Hairy balls.
What was that?
Hairy balls.
Sweaty balls.
Hopefully Royal Rumble's better. At least the Royal Rumble match itself is usually entertaining, right? I mean, we got that going for us. Can we all?
Yes.
That just watching the Royal Rumble is fun. Just the match itself. So we got that.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter and whatever else, and make sure you follow Matt. Matt, what's your Twitter handle these days?
Matt Beaver, ESPN.
That's BEAVER.
The Beeve. That's it. Steve, what do you got going on? Anything exciting, fun things happening before you get out of here?
I have an awesome beard.
There you go. All right. Well,
your beard kind of sucks, actually.
Fuck you, go Ducks.
I said he looked like a hobo, but that's all I had. All right. Well, we're out. Steve, what do you got for us?
Go Ducks.
Quack, quack, motherfucker.